to a very special episode of Gamers Corner. This Gamers Corner episode will be a special episode about the Nintendo Wii. The Wii was easily the most innovative and revolutionary console this console generation, and despite the hate it gets, it actually was a very solid system in its own right.
And it opened up a whole new audience to the gaming industry, the casual audience.
For better or for worse, yes.
Yes.
And yeah, this was actually the console that was most important to me this console generation. I remember absolutely freaking out when I finally found out I got a Wii on Christmas. I'd been crying before because I thought I wouldn't get one. Anyway, yeah, so I've actually had my Wii for this isn't my Wii, it's his, but I've had my Wii for basically since launch, and it's been very important to me.
Mine's been really important to me. I've been raised on the Wii. I still don't have another system because I'm waiting for the next gen, not Wii U.
Yeah.
Alright, but with the dawn of the Wii U, the Wii is dying. So, we shall remember some influential games for the system.
And we'll also be talking about kind of what we think of the system and why it actually isn't that bad, despite what the haters say, in its own right. Yeah, so let's get into this.
Alright, so we're going to start with the first-party blockbusters, the games who any gamer worth his salt would agree to be very good games, possibly even amazing.
Yeah, these are, and please keep in mind, we have not played every game for the Wii, but we do have actually the vast majority of noteworthy games right here, so...
And Sam Poshman 2, I'm sorry we don't have you, but...
I want to get it, I might order it off Amazon.
And M-rated games, aside from a certain one, will not be mentioned since we're not of age.
These games include Mad World, House of the Dead, No More Heroes, you get the idea.
Dead Space Extraction.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll start off with a very famous first-party blockbuster, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Took all of Nintendo's most important franchises, grouped them together into an amazing fighting game.
This is the definitive party fighting game. I have put so many hours into this game. I'm almost at 300. I've spent a lot of time with Super Smash
I'd be roughly about the same. I played that game for 1 month constant, even more than that.
Yeah.
It's for gamers who don't like party games.
No, and also it's a very good fighting game in its own right. In my opinion, it
really
wants
fun.
Soul Calibur in my opinion, and Street Fighter and stuff.
Yeah. Alright.
Anyway,
so on to Mario, probably Nintendo's most iconic character.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely, yeah.
And let's start off with Super Mario Galaxy.
Amazing.
This game
Absolutely
is
incredible.
Brilliant. This is, you know what, I'm gonna take a big risk here and say that this actually might be my favorite game of the generation.
Amazing soundtrack, amazing gravity-bending gameplay.
I loved that.
Amazing
that was
bosses,
excellent.
too.
The graphics also were fantastic.
For Wii, it looked like something on PS3 or Xbox 360.
Yeah, it did, easily. It looks better than Ratchet and Clank to me.
Yeah. And, there's also the pretty touching story, I thought. I love the Loomis.
A story-based Mario game. It's just a fantastic game. If you don't own it, I hate you. You should
Some
buy
of
it.
the most fun I've ever had in my life is playing that game.
And I don't actually hate you if you haven't played it. That was a joke.
Yeah.
And, and just nothing to say on a personal note, is that this was really my first, truly, non-lame casual Wii game. This was, my first, great Wii game that I ever owned.
Sadly, I only got that fairly recently.
That's why it's Nintendo Select.
Yes.
And the sequel, more of a good thing. I think the graphics are a little improved in it. I spent a decent amount of time with this game, not as much as that one. They included Yoshi. There's a few new additions, but
it's just not as original.
And I just it certainly didn't have the same impact on me as the first Mario Galaxy. I actually think the first one's a better game.
Still really fun, though.
Still an excellent game.
Alright. So, new Super Mario Bros. Wii brought back the classic 2D side-scrolling Mario to a console. And added 4-player action, which I really enjoy. I think it's a lot better playing multiplayer.
Definitely, yeah. This game, it definitely isn't as good as the Mario Galaxy games. It's
not
several
as Rayman
below.
Origins for that.
No,
count.
Which isn't here because I don't own it on Wii, but I do own the game, and it's on Wii. But anyway, yeah. So this game, fun game, good Mario platformer. Not a whole lot to say really.
Alright, Super Paper Mario. I enjoyed this. I thought it was a good action
I actually haven't
RPG.
beaten it yet, but yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's actually a good. It's an innovative game, definitely. It's not without its flaws, but again, like good story. It originally started as a GameCube game, but it still has nice creative graphics.
I love the characterizations for all the characters.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, let's just do this a little faster.
Yeah, another Mario spin-off, Mario Kart Wii, another great first-party party game.
It is Mario Kart on the Wii. There's not much to really say. It has the motion control, but...
Better graphics, new courses, it's just Mario Kart.
And one important thing to know about this game is that it's actually a Wii game with very good online.
Yes,
The online is
Yeah.
very fun. And it's like lag-free. This is actually great online on the Wii.
Super Smash
Very good
Bros, no
online.
matter how much we love it, the online
The online's
sucks.
horrible. And now we're going to move on to Nintendo's next most important franchise, Legend of Zelda. We have the two Zelda games for the Wii right here.
Aside from Link's Crossbow Train.
No, it's not really a
Don't
full
mention
game.
that. Alright.
Yeah. Twilight Princess, to me, it took a lot of inspiration from Ocarina of Time, that's for sure. But I don't think that's a bad thing. This is a very interesting game. I mean, very interesting take on the Zelda series.
And I love the
Fantastic
storyline.
game.
I thought it was really interesting to play between light and dark.
Yeah.
And it also proved that motion controls could be used in a typical adventure game rather than just in a party game.
And it is a very good adventure game. Like I think it's over 60 hours long.
Yeah,
It's
easily.
very open world. It's like pretty good graphics. Again, this started as a GameCube game, but yeah, again, if you want to win, you don't have this game. You really need to.
I honestly think the motion controls add something.
Yeah, and the next Zelda game, Legend of Zelda: Skyward Sword, I actually don't like this as much as Twilight Princess.
Yeah, me too.
I actually think it's strangely. I think in some ways it actually looked worse than Twilight Princess graphically, but
Oh yeah, it's more
outside of that,
pixelated.
I didn't quite like the story as much, even though it's not like miles
This is so
behind that.
dark and beautiful.
But this, I think it's still a very good Zelda game. I think the motion control was there. It wasn't overly in your face, but I didn't think it was really didn't really hurt it much.
No, and I haven't played too much into this, but so far I'm just not liking the sword play. It's too hard to get blocked.
I really think you have to. I tend to just avoid
too
combat. I play it like Metal Gear. I avoid combat. I don't
Yeah.
like it.
Alright,
Next up is
Retro Studios, but first with Metroid Prime Trilogy. So this is...
Oh, let's start. Retro Studios is obviously just, to get out of the way, like one of Nintendo's best developers, obviously. Like,
They've only made 4 real games for Nintendo, 3 of which are contained in this, but hopefully they'll make something even more incredible.
yeah.
Alright, Metroid Prime Trilogy, really interesting game. Yeah, okay. It seems like an open world game, although, in a very hidden manner, it's actually quite linear, but they hid that well. The enemies are interesting, the plot, you can spoil it, but it's still interesting in its own right. Draws a lot of elements from the Alien series of movies, which I enjoy, and really fantastic boss battles. It's a very great atmospheric collection of games, and one of the best collections of this generation. Alright, and I'll let you talk about this.
Donkey Kong Country Returns. This game is epic. I love this game. This game, like, I don't know, it wants New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I love this game. It's awesome. I don't know. It's really, really hard. But I don't care. That was what made it so awesome. I've said awesome a lot. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll talk more
and made
intelligently
Diddy
now.
Kong cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just such a great game. Donkey Kong and his little buddy on a jungle romp. It's a lot of fun. It's really hard, though. It's not like a kid's game. It's, like, shocking.
Alright,
difficult.
So,
Anyway, yeah, though, must own. I love this game.
Alright, a bit more obscure, Wii first-party kind blockbuster.
Punch-Out! This is, the Punch-Out series has always been kind of like an underdog Nintendo series on the NES and Super NES, but then it came back on Wii. It still is kind of underrated, I think, but I think it's definitely worth owning. I think, like, I had a lot of fun with this game. I actually played it a lot.
I really like the puzzle and almost rhythm-based gameplay.
It is hilarious.
Yes, it is. The animations.
They're all...
Oh, man.
They're all, like, horrible stereotypes,
but
they chirp on everybody, so it's okay.
Yeah. Alright, and Kirby's Epic Yarn, in my mind, the ultimate kids game. Like, there's decent gameplay.
Wait, Little Big Planet.
Oh, okay, true. The Ultimate Kids game on Wii, which kids are more likely to own than PS3. Definitely worth a hunt if you're a parent and want to introduce gaming to your kid.
Yeah. It's pretty easy. That's
you can't die.
It is these games are soul opposites.
Yeah.
I love this game. I like this game. My sister likes this game. You know?
Your little
yeah.
sister.
Yeah.
Alright, so those are our first party blockbusters. Now
There's quite a few. There's a couple that are... Sin and Punishment 2 is definitely noteworthy. We just don't have it, unfortunately.
It's more of a sleeper game, really.
Kinda, yeah. So I guess it wouldn't be a blockbuster. Anyway, so that was part 1. Check out part 2. It'll be posted at the time you're watching this. See ya.